Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for all the love and support you showed us for our introduction video. Since then we've been working on a whole bunch of projects, and the first of those is a series of tutorials. So for anyone who's looking to pick up crochet and doesn't know where to start, this is the place for you. But before we dive right in and learn how to crochet, there's some important things that you need to know, such as the basic terms and the materials you'll need. So this video is dedicated to exactly that, and we'll be covering all the terminology that we'll be using in our videos. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's get into the materials you need to crochet first. So the first thing you need to start crocheting is a crochet hook. Now this is my absolute favorite set of crochet hooks. I stole them from my mom and I think she can safely assume that she's not going to get them back. So a set of hooks comes in a whole bunch of sizes. They range from the tiniest of sizes, from 0.5 mm to like 10 mm. And what the hook size basically tells you is how thick the hook is and therefore what yarn you can use with it. So the thinner the hook, the thinner the yarn you use with it, and the thicker the hook, the thicker is the yarn that you use with it. If you guys are interested, we can do an entire video dedicated to crochet hooks, talking about the different materials, sizes, the different lengths, and what they're used for. So apart from the crochet hook, we have the yarn. Now, pretty much any yarn will do. You can just pick up any ball of yarn and a hook and you are ready to start crocheting. Now, what yarn you pick up and what hook you use with it will depend on the project you want to make. So for example, this is a slightly thick cotton yarn, and to pair with this I will probably choose a 4 mm hook, and with this I could make probably amigurumis or coasters or hot mats or anything that would be suitable to this fabric. So that's pretty much it. These are all the materials you need to get started with crochet. But in addition to this, what you will need is a pair of scissors at the end of your project to snip your yarn, and you will need a yarn needle. Now a yarn needle is like a sewing needle, except it's a little more blunt and it's got a big eye. So this is used to put in the ends after you finish crocheting your project. And that's it. Those are the materials you'll need to start crocheting. Moving on, let's get into some of the basic terms that we use in pretty much any crochet pattern and you'll see on any website or any blog that talks about crochet. So apart from the materials, the few things you should know are some common stitches. So the way you always start your crochet is with a slip knot, which is the first knot that you need to make in order to start any crochet piece. Then the next is a term called yarn over, which is the act of putting the yarn around the hook from right to left. The next term is pull through, which is the act of pulling one loop over the next and over the top of the hook. When you yarn over once and pull through one loop, you create what is known as a chain. Now chains form the foundation of every crochet project. They're used to create spaces and used to create underlying foundations upon which you can build more stitches. So every stitch has its own height. There's single crochet, which has the height of 1 chain, a half double crochet, which has the height of 2 chains, a double crochet, which has the height of 3, a treble, the height of 4, and from treble onwards you have double treble, triple treble, which increasingly go on in height by 1 chain each. Now of course these are all US terminology, and in UK terminology it's slightly different, and we follow the US terminology in all our patterns because that is simply how we've learned it. But if you know one, switching to the other is quite easy with just a simple chart. So what is a crochet pattern? A crochet pattern is a set of instructions which you can follow to make someone else's design exactly how they've made it. So typically in a crochet pattern you will find the abbreviations for all the stitches that you use and the row by row or round by round instructions on how to work your piece exactly the way the designer did. Some patterns even have graphs and charts, which are pictorial depictions of the exact same pattern, so you don't have to read the written instructions and you can just follow the symbols on the chart. The symbols for crochet stitches are standard, and we can do a whole video on how to read patterns through graphs and written instructions. So let us know down below in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to know before you start crocheting. And with this little amount of knowledge, you can jump right into our tutorials and pick up this awesome craft. We can't wait to see what you make, so tag us in everything on Instagram and comment down below if you found this helpful. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!